What is going on, everybody? SHOT Show 2025. We are talking about suppressors. This is going to be the video where I'm walking all around the show trying to find the newest in suppressor technology and suppressor parts. So make sure you stay tuned. Also, make sure to check out the playlist because we have handguns, we have long guns, I have accessories, optics, and I'm kind of splitting it up into different segments on SHOT Show 2025 rather than making it one huge long hour video. So make sure you check out the playlist. Also, leave a comment down below, ask any questions, see what you guys just think cool. What did I miss? Because obviously I didn't get to cover everything. And here we go. First up is the Angstadt Arms Reticent line of suppressors. These will be all additive manufactured or printed from grade 5 titanium. And there's going to be 4 models to start: a 5.56 dedicated can, 2 36 caliber cans, which they're calling the 36 and 36L. Obviously the L is slightly longer. And then they also have a 7.62. So each one is really kind of geared towards optimization for the appropriate caliber. Now, the thing that they emphasized with me on these is that it's not just the volume, but it is also the tone technology. They are really trying to strive and make a can that sounds good in addition to being quiet. They are all hub compatible and they will come with a direct thread mount, but if you have a favorite muzzle device, as long as you can find a hub adapter, you should be good to go. These 4 suppressors will be available this year, and I don't have pricing or availability just yet. Also from Angstadt Arms was the Prophet. Now this is their take on an integrally suppressed solution that really kind of centers around this barrel. Now the barrel is a 16.1 inch barrel, but what's cool about it is that it will pretty much work with any existing handguard, gas block, etc., so long as the clearance is there. So if you have a larger diameter handguard, you should be good to go. But basically the system is a separate barrel and suppressor package. So you're not buying anything that you don't need. And if you remove the suppressor, you do have a standalone 45 caliber hub compatible suppressor. So you can use this on whatever you wanted. But basically, as we take a closer look, you will see that the forward portion of the barrel has these ports. And what's really kind of neat, as you can see in this cutaway, is that these ports really would prevent a baffle strike, because the barrel is maintaining that integral kind of core, if you will, throughout the suppressor. I think it would almost be impossible to get a baffle strike with a suppressor design like this. But basically what happens is you put the suppressor, it goes back to this collar, and now you have an integrally suppressed 1 stamp solution. These are going to be available in 9mm, 223 or 5.56, as well as 300 blackout. And again, it just really was kind of neat to see a different take on an integral solution. Plus you can remove that can and use it on other platforms. Dead Air also announced at SHOT Show the Sandman X, and this is the 10-year anniversary. The Sandman is one of my favorite cans, so it was really nice to see an update, low back pressure. I'm going to let Tassin take it away and tell you all about it. Just announced today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Today.
Literally awesome. Okay, what do you got? Go do it.
Okay, so Sandman X silencer for us. It's going to come in 2 color varieties: flat dark earth and black, chemo or xeno, and it's going to come with your corresponding flash hider. It's going to come with a 7.62 flash hider front cap. It's 3D printed out of Haynes 282. It's extremely low back pressure. And what's cool about that is it utilizes Triskelion baffles, and it's a hybrid system, and it utilizes a modified Nomad baffle as well. Full auto rated, no barrel length restrictions. So have at it.
Hub compatible as well.
So hub
right?
taper, actually. So
okay.
A hub taper is new for us. So it can take any hub compatible mounts, depending upon their distance in the front, to interface with that taper. Of course, the silencer is going to ship with your mounting devices, so you're already going to be set up for QD from the factory. MSRP on the chemo is going to be $10.59.
Okay.
And MSRP on the Xeno version is going to be $9.99. And that's for both color SKUs.
One aspect we did talk about after recording was these front exhaust ports around the ring, or if you will, and that helps to exhaust all of the pressure out the front. So again, this is reported to be a low back pressure solution. I'm looking forward to checking one out. Stopped by HUXWRX to check out 2 new cans from them. The first one is a Flow Range 36 tie, and as you imply by the name, it is up to 36 cal, so 338 rated, things like that. It is a titanium modular can. Now 338 is what it's rated up to, but it is also rated up to full auto with no minimum barrel restrictions, which is pretty crazy for a titanium can. It does also feature their Geo flash cap, which means you can tighten it from the front. Basically the Geo flash cap kind of has a hex pattern on it, so you if you wanted to tighten it up from the front, maybe sneak it under a handguard or something like that, you could totally do that. Otherwise, it would make removal easier. It is compatible with hub mounting devices. So if you have a favorite muzzle device or direct thread, as long as it's hub compatible, you should be good to go. But they're kind of touting this as kind of that large caliber, maybe hunting, maybe precision rifle, but just an all-around beefy can. Also debuting this year was a Flow 9mm can, and they are obviously marketing this towards PCCs as well as handguns. Now, this is also a titanium Flow type suppressor with that Geo flash cap, so if you needed to tighten it from the front, but it is compatible with hub adapters. They do have pistons and things available if you were going to mount it on a pistol, or if you wanted to mount it on a PCC, you can either get direct thread adapters, 3-lug adapters, etc. But it's relatively lightweight. They're reporting it to be lighter than some of the competition on the market, but still offering really good tone and sound reduction. These looked like, again, very similar to the other lineup in their product line, but now they're offering a dedicated 9mm version. So PCC and handgun users, now you have a 9mm version from HUXWRX. PSA, or Palmetto State Armory, also had some concept guns out on the floor, and one of them was the Well Rod. The Well Rod concept gun is a 45 caliber, basically single action, cycling action, bolt action, slide action. I don't know what you want to call it. Either way, you have to cycle it every time. And it kind of reminded me of a Ruger 22 Mark IV, however beefed up in a 45 cal, but it is an integrally suppressed upper. So while it does take 1911 magazines and it cycles, 45, obviously for subsonic, it does have that integral suppressor, so it's reporting to be pretty quiet. You don't have the cycling needed because you can shoot subs and things like that. This is just a concept. They don't have pricing. They don't have availability. They're taking votes. They're not sure if they're going to produce this, but obviously somebody looking for a dedicated, quiet, single shot type action or manual action. That's what we're going to go with. We're going to call it a manual action handgun in 45 cal, the Well Rod from PSA. I don't know how many people actually have a use for this, if it's just going to be a range toy, whatever, but it is something different on the market. Now, I covered this a little bit in my long gun video, but I also wanted to make sure to talk about the Backdraft barrel suppressor system from Outlier. Now, Outlier is a sister company to Arkin Optics, but this barrel is really unique because it has these basically long chambers or channels, if you will, that run down the parallel portion of the core of the barrel, in between the core of the barrel and the carbon fiber sleeve. Now, this is designed to integrate with a super small compact suppressor that you can thread on there, which these chambers or channels, if you will act as an expansion chamber. So you can have a really small compact suppressor when you use it with their barrel. However, you still get full-size suppressor performance they're reporting. Obviously, I haven't shot it to verify, but it's really cool to kind of see the innovation of somebody taking advantage of a sleeve barrel core type system and utilizing that space to do something, not just have empty space or whatever. So the suppressors looked really compact. They're hub compatible. You can add in whatever muzzle device you wanted to if you didn't want to shoot suppressed, but I thought this was like a really cool, interesting, compact kind of solution to add a suppressor without adding much overall length once you have their system. I'm hoping, now obviously they're gearing this barrel towards their action, but I'm hoping maybe this technology trickles out into the pre-fit world, so if you had an action of your choice already, maybe they can offer a backdraft barrel that's already pre-fit and that would just thread right on and you can take advantage of this. Again, assuming that they are accurate, assuming that they shoot and sound good, which obviously time will tell, but it was kind of a cool, innovative idea, and it was definitely something that I was intrigued with. Now, last in this market was actually an accessory. Now, I know a lot of people out there love Surefire suppressors. Well, now Surefire came out with a hub-compatible adapter. So basically what you can do is if you have Surefire muzzle devices and you want to run a different suppressor, and if that one can take a hub mount, boom, you can use this, so you can use your existing Surefire muzzle devices with other cans and platforms. I think this is really good because that's one of the common complaints with any suppressor platform is once you kind of get into something, you're kind of married to that mount and that muzzle device. So the more companies that are taking advantage of hub compatible accessories or mounting options is great. So if you have Surefire muzzle devices, you are in luck. This is a great accessory. What do you guys think? I know I just had a few suppressors out of probably several that I missed, but those were the highlights. Definitely not as many as I've heard that are out there, but those were the new ones that I was able to stop by and check out at SHOT Show 25. Again, if you have a question, drop a comment. You can email me, email address shown there. Also, if you want to interact or anything, we have that live podcast at the end of the month. That's an awesome opportunity to do that. And I also do training, so if you want to train with me, check on the website for details. I travel all around the country. I'm always looking for hosts, ranges, agencies, groups, organizations, whatever it might be, to host a class. I love traveling all around and helping teach different classes on topics. So if you want to have me come out to your range, class, organization, whatever, hit me up and we'll make that happen as well. So any SHOT Show questions, drop it below. But I hope you guys enjoyed the coverage. Stay tuned. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.